in with I just didn't want to be on a level of just rapping. I just decided to want to take my experiences in music to the next level and just be more of an artist where people, where I was actually able to put my music out on a bigger platform than it just being just rap. So
That's dope, man.
definitely.
That's definitely dope.
You don't know, you're also an artist that, from the conversation that we had, you're a very like you like to take initiative. You don't wait on nobody, because you told me you were an engineer.
Of course.
You also produce. You also own your own studio.
Exact.
As an artist, how do you try to juggle all these hats while still trying to maintain your artistry? And how important is it for other artists to kind of try to do some, like, not the same, but how important is the artist to kind of take initiative themselves?
I think everything just boils down to the hunger and just not really taking shit from anybody. I realized through the time of me doing music, a lot of people, it was just a lot of promising things, and a lot of people can't live up to the things that they say for most. And I just wanted to in order for me to develop myself as an artist, I would have to be a little bit more creative and not just being an artist, but being able to just find my sound. And if there's anything I could share with any other artists out there, it would be, time doesn't wait for nobody. If you're gonna just sit around and just wait for somebody to tell you they're gonna do something for you, then that shit's for the lazy person. If you really want to go out and make it happen, and if you really want to learn what the process is of being an engineer, making beats, if you really love the craft of your music, you know what sound, the sound should be, coming to you as an artist, then I think, you should take the initiative to invest the money and put what you really should put out there behind yourself. And, money talks at the end of the day, so if you're not investing that, then I don't think you're really ready to become an artist. So
Definitely.
All right, so I'm gonna hit him with the Shay Dick stealing question. Which artist today or back then inspired you to focus on how you your flow and the way you rap and everything?
100%. I say it was confidence, and I always said it, and I live up to it to this day. I say Tupac. Because Tupac, I learned with Tupac, a lot of people didn't really like what realism was, and he was able to provide that because he just didn't look at music as an outlet, just being a dude from the streets, or just being outnumbered by a lot of people that know what education was. So he was able to express himself in many ways, and not only just through his music or what he was writing, but he was aggressive in what he was saying. So he not only made you know what he was saying, but he made you felt what he was saying. And I felt like a lot of that motivated me to be the artist that I am, and just to have the humbleness, but not just being humble, just being more aggressive and being the people person that I am today, and also being real to the moment. So, that's the difference.
Dope.
For sure.
Now, my questions sometimes get a little biased, and a little controversial, but you being a Brooklyn MC, right?
Sure.
How you feel towards Bronx MCs? Because there's always that, I don't know, that divide sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Do you support Bronx MCs, or you just support a dope MC point blank?
To be honest, when I listen to music, I understood what the birth of hip hop came from.
Okay.
And the birth of hip hop came from the South Bronx. And just on being able to give us the platform that we have today, I'm kind of happy of it. See, a lot of artists these days, they don't really understand how the fundamentals started to get them to where they at. Everybody through music and time, everything changes. But I appreciate it. I love all type of artists, no matter where you come from. I never had a point of finger to say, yeah, Brooklyn artists is better, because there's a lot of whack Brooklyn artists too. There's a lot of people whack from the Bronx, a lot of people whack from Harlem. So it's like, I just knew what it was, just to sit and really respect what the culture hip hop came from, and I really embraced that, and just being able to incorporate that with my music, and knowing what the life lessons were, and just to being able to take that to the next level. I just never shy myself away from where it really all started from. So
that's a great answer, bro.
For sure, I
That's
appreciate that,
answer.
man. And shout out to rest in peace to the man himself, Big Pun, to really really creating that platform for us Latino artists to really get out there in the mainstream world. When the music industry doesn't really give us the opportunity to get out there, and I feel like he really set the tone for all of us. So
Yes, he did.
appreciate that.
Speaking about Brooklyn artists, right? Because New York talks about Atlanta being, everybody helps each other out. On a New York tip, it seems like Brooklyn really supports each other. is that just how is that just how it appears from the outside? Like, do Brooklyn artists really fuck with Brooklyn artists as heavy as it seems, or is it just like anywhere else where it's like certain people are clicked up and things like that? Because it seems from the artists, like a lot of showcase that I've been through, Brooklyn always turns up. They always bring out 20, 30 people with them. For what you told me, like your events, you always turn up. Like,
For sure.
What's that climate in Brooklyn as an artist?
I think just the climate in general, like, you know, just piggybacking off what you're saying when it comes from ATL, like, you know, you think about Atlanta, you think about, you know, the sound of it being different. And I guess, like, you know, hip hop, you know, when it comes to Brooklyn, I think Brooklyn felt like hip hop lost its fundamentals when the new era of music had a big transition. You know, ATL really came out with those the new trap sound and it being able to resonate in the street. So, you know, when it comes to Brooklyn and you think about Uncle Murder and you think about JayZ, you know, you like, you know, I can't even believe that hip hop is where it's at, you know. And I would say that Brooklyn really does ride. You know, when it comes to artists in Brooklyn, they really do support each other because of what we came from and how we grew up on music and what we know what the sound should be. I mean, I was never the person to sit and hate on the next artist, because I believe that with time, you know, through time, music changes through time, and if you're not really willing to get with the time and how it changes, and on a business perspective, you know, of it, how it changes today, then I don't think you really understand what it is to make it out there, you know, coming out today. So, you know, shout out to Young and May on that sense, because I feel like Brooklyn had a breath of fresh air. You know, she's like the first AG to come out spitting that hot hip hop raw out of Brooklyn. So I call her like the Biggie Small of all dykes in Brooklyn. You know, that's how I call it, because she really was able to create that platform and bring back that sound. And then you had the Dave East that came back with that sound coming from Harlem. So, you know, like a lot of New York niggas kind of come up off that real hip hop. You know, when you go back to the South Bronx, and you know how it was when Big Pun came out of there. I'm not talking about Curtis Blow. I mean, shout out to Curtis Blow too, because Curtis Blow also created a platform to even give us the sound of what hip hop was, you know. And then you had the Nas and the KRS Ones that really came and really took over the '90s sound and Coogee rap, and you know, so it's a lot more to it. So, like I said, when it's all said and done, a lot of New York artists in general have to understand that we live in a time where the generations do change, and if you're not willing to get with the time and be a little bit more versatile, then business is not as more prominent as it should be. You know, because if you think in business and you think on a Fab level, you see Fab gets on everybody. On the new artists that come out, Fab could do a remix with any new artist, and he's never the one to talk about that hip hop's dead.
Definitely.
He makes it happen. So, you know, that's one thing I could say.
On that note, who's some of the artists you were willing to work with? Like, do you see yourself working with in the future?
Artists is like known artists in general?
Anybody you would, you know what I mean, you would be comfortable with doing a track, getting on a track with?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like, I go back to my roots, and you think about East New York. I mean, first and foremost, I love to get a record with Uncle Murder. You know, because of the fact that he's from East New York, and I'm from East New York, but I don't know East New York Spanish artists that ever got the shot to get out there from Brooklyn. So the fact that I could be able to collab with him. And also Charlie Hustle. But you said, who is the artist you want to work with? See, I got records with Charlie Hustle already.
Oh, you do? I didn't know that.
Yeah, so shout out to Charlie Hustle. If people don't know Charlie Hustle was born and raised in Sunset Park. That was actually Big Pun's right-hand man.
Yes, he was.
And, you know, Big Pun used to actually drive in a limo. If you guys ain't familiar, if you watch the videos and the limo videos, but, you know, Big Pun used to go drive out there personally and pick up Charlie Hustle, because not only did he believe in what he did, but he was really living that lifestyle, and not a lot of rappers was rapping about what they was living.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, so just me being able to actually pick up a mixtape from him in Sunset Park when he was handing it out, I was like, damn, man, it's not like a lot of Latino artists that I know that's really setting the way for us out here in Brooklyn in general. So I talk on the East New York level because I'm from East New York. But when you think about a wide margin, when you think about the people in Brooklyn, nobody was really setting the tone like Charlie Hustle was setting it. So, you know, for that, we got an everlasting friendship ever since, and I'm grateful for that. And I guess Real recognized Real for you know, for him to just even want me to be on a record with him means a lot to me.
I got one more question, bro. This is nothing to do with hip hop.
For sure.
This was a couple of years ago. It was about 4 or 5 years ago. I was shopping to buy a car. You know what I'm saying? So I seen a lot of ads and shit like that. And it's like a part of Brooklyn where a lot of man, where the fuck is that? It's like Red Hook.
Red Hook,
is it?
okay.
And it was like, yeah, you know, this and that. They got, you know, homeboys calling me and talking to me on the phone or whatever. So I go out there, I get off the train, right? And like I'm from the Bronx, so I'm real familiar with the Bronx, like scenery, and you know, even out here, me and Jay was riding around, and I'm looking at shit different. You know what I mean? So I get off the train station, right, and literally, and this is no bullshit. I don't know exactly what station it is. Don't quote me on it, but the steps came down into a project. Like I was right in the middle of the fucking project.
The steps you said?
Yeah, of the train station. Like I came down.
You in Brooklyn? Being in Brooklyn?
Brooklyn, yeah.
That sound like East New York.
Okay, so when I get to the bottom, no bullshit, I'm looking at the project, and then like I'm talking to homeboy at the same time on the phone. He's like, yeah, you see the projects there? I'm like, yeah, shit's just right in front of me. He's like, go the opposite way. So I'm like,
was you on the L train?
It might have been. It might have been.
Yeah, I think that's a couple stops after Broadway Junction.
Yeah, there was. It was. I remember seeing Broadway Junction.
Yeah, exactly. It's the L train.
So
I'm so Brooklyn. Don't mind me.
I'm following his directions, and my dude, this is no bullshit, hand to God. I ain't see nothing else like for miles away. Like shit was just like demolished parking lots and shit. And like I'm like, yo, is niggas trying to set me up or something like that? You know, I'm walking with fucking like $4,000 cash. You know, I don't know what. You know what I'm saying? So there's still a lot of fucking areas in Brooklyn that look like the 80s. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
What do you think is holding back like the reconstruction of that? Because the Bronx, don't get me wrong, shit was like that too. But
I could agree because
we definitely got a little boost. You know what I'm saying? Like,
of course.
Because like right now, if they rebuild it, it'd be more on a gentrified side than just like let's rebuild it to help the neighborhood.
Well, that's one thing I could piggyback off of. Like, so one true fact is I was born and raised in East New York.
Okay.
And I lived out there for about like maybe 14, 15 years. And my mom decided to get a crib in the Bronx. Well, we lived out over there by like 3rd Ave 149. Shout out to the people out there at Elton Avenue and 149. They showed a lot of love, and you know, I'll never forget the people I rode with, and people that really, you know, just do it for the culture in general. It just being like just playing those manhunt days on the block, water hydrants out open, and I respected it because everybody always looked out for each other. So, and I feel like I never had that in East New York, you know, because it's the gritty of all gritty, and I know grimy when I see grimy, you know. But going back to what you're saying, when I went to the Bronx, I remember it must have been like 2006, and when I first came to the Bronx, I mean, I used to visit as a kid, but when I actually lived out there, it was nothing but open lots everywhere.
Yeah.
And
what year is that?
And that was in 2006.
Oh, okay.
06. So
you came in the good part.
Yeah, I came at the time where everything just started up. You know what I'm saying? So, but even still, just seeing that it just wasn't a difference to where I grew up at. Yeah. Because there was a bunch of open lots and garbage, you know, places where they throw garbage and whatnot. But I just think like they just didn't. I think personally on that level I don't really think the city had the backing behind that. You know, they didn't really have the money behind it, and even if they did have the money behind it, they didn't really feel like that it was the proper time to invest. Gotcha. You know what I'm saying? Because of how the neighborhood was. Mm-hmm. You know, like now you take an area like where I'm at now, Williamsburg, and that's known as Bushwick. Yeah. And now they changed the name from it being Bushwick from Knickerbocker and all that to East Williamsburg, because now that it became gentrified, the whole name changed now. Wow. So it's not Bushwick and Knickerbocker anymore. It's East Williamsburg. It's crazy. You know, and if you just literally get off the L train, you'll really see the difference now and how we is. So I think the difference in time is that I believe that there was a point in time where a lot of tourists that would come out to New York, and they was just targeted. Their main focus was the city of New York. Okay. So I feel like when probably a couple tourists decided to take the charge of saying, you know what, let me go take a step out of New York and see what the boroughs is like. Definitely. And that's when the picture snapping started taking, and you know, the tourists started taking pictures of not just Brooklyn, but the Bronx, Harlem the most, because I know that's how I seen it starting in Harlem. And it just became a way of it just not being about Manhattan. I was like, how do we help rebuild in different boroughs, and you know, being able to build something that's more beautiful. And now when tourists come out, and you could do your research, but a lot of tourists that come out to New York now, the first place they go to is Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Brooklyn's the new Manhattan.
Yes, sir. I was about to say.
That's a fact.
But then, I really appreciate you, man, coming through, bro.
For sure, man. I appreciate you guys having me.
Not at all, man. We're gonna come back a little while later. You know what I mean? For the end of the segment of
Make it
freestyle,
happen.
the highlight of the show, as Gio the Rican loves to call it.
Exactly, it's the highlight.
No. What did you say? What's the other way?
The people's favorite segment.
Yes.
The people's favorite segment.
People's favorite segment,
Yes,
man.
it is.
It's positive.
So right before we invite J30, because we trying to play your music and all that. Just tell the people where they can find your music and all that stuff like that. Tell them if talk about if you have any projects coming out right now, projects just released. And stuff.
Definitely. So if you guys ain't familiar with me, you guys could catch me out on official Lordchild on Instagram. That's official LORDCHILD on Instagram. Also on Facebook. Also, if you check me out on the SoundCloud, it's Lordchild-11 on SoundCloud. To make it a little bit more easier, if you just follow me on Instagram, click the link in my bio. It's officiallordchild.com. And you'll definitely find the new exclusive contents that I just released leading up to the videos and also the new release, Get to the Bag. So, love you guys.
There you go, man. Round of applause.
Thank you, sir, for coming through.
Lordchild, man. We're going to come back to you in a bit. We're going to come back to you in a bit. We got White Boy 757 on
Patiently
hold right
waiting.
now.
We're coming right now for you, white boy.
Coming right now, all right?
I've been waiting, baby.
Let's go to that.
Yeah, step on.
Yeah, we ready. Yo.
And we're back.
And we're back. Welcome back to the Heat Market Radio.
Look at that graphic. We got a special surprise for you, the new segment of the show called the Home Confinement Series. My brother, White Boy 757, straight out of VA. White Boy, you there, sir?
What's going on? Shay? What's going on with you, man? Goddamn. I ain't gonna lie, all the anticipation of the first day, I was nervous as shit. I was outside smoking cigarettes back to back.
Sorry for that delay, man. We have
No problem, man. I appreciate you.
First show, bro. Believe me, the next one will be definitely on point.
Yeah, absolutely. I just appreciate the opportunity, man. You know what I'm saying? And the love you've given me since we started, we met and started conversating, and the compliments that you do for my music. You know what I'm saying? It means, you know what I mean? The type of things means like it's unexplainable. You know what I mean? And it's dope, man, for you to have an opportunity like this. You know what I'm saying? It's like I didn't believe it when you told me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's not a problem, my brother. You know how we do, bro. You know how we talk.
Absolutely.
Anything I'm involved with, you involved with now.
Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? So
man, let us hear your situation before you get into this immaculate freestyle that I know you have cooked up for us.
Okay.
Let us know.
First,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay. You seen the whole confinement series that I started on YouTube and Facebook, and I did it because once I caught a probation violation and I got home confinement, so I was trying to think of ways, to keep my buzz going because I can't do shows anymore. So besides just videos and stuff, it's like you gotta do something else. So I said, it's rap over instrumentals called the home confinement series. You know what I'm saying? So that's like, and obviously it did a little something because it caught the ride, and I have this right here. So that's what it was. I just was like, I got like all the studio equipment in here. I said, nothing's gonna stop me from working. You know what I'm saying? When something happens in your life that you can't change, the more you think about that, the less you're thinking about how you can go around it or over or however the case. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I said. So I'm definitely not gonna stop. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just gonna be here working, trying to think. Started shooting video with the iPhone, like whatever I can think of to do is what I'm gonna do. And it actually kind of it was a blessing, man. I sat down, I taught myself a lot of things that I need to know besides just making music. You know what I'm saying? You know, so the game is way different than before I went to prison, and that's how I approached it when I came home, and I was going backwards and I didn't realize it. So, you know, now I'm finally going forward. You know what I'm saying? So it feels good.
I definitely admire that in you, bro, because you know, that's kind of one of the reasons. It's kind of really like, you know, what I mean, you caught my focus the most. You know what I mean? When we talked, you explained the situation, because you know, I have friends that did lots of time, man. Like, you know what I mean, 18 years, shit like that. And two of them, is funny that they both came out similarly around the same year. One did 18 years, and the other one was doing 21. And one followed a positive path. You know, he started a family, started working, did everything. The other one couldn't adapt to his environment, man. So he went, you know, rest in peace, my brother Nicki. You know, he found himself trying to relive, you know, the 80s, man. And the 80s are gone. You
Is that
understand
the
what
one
I'm
that
saying?
spent 21 years, or that's the one that spent 18?
No, the one that spent 18. Actually 21, 20, yeah. And he couldn't adjust, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'll see all the work you putting in. I'm like, yo, there's no way I wouldn't want to, you know what I mean, give this man a platform or get, you know what I mean, help out his positive, you know what I mean, situation that you're trying to accomplish, bro. So, like I said, anything I could do, man, you know, I'm a phone call away, bro, FaceTime away.
Absolutely, and I said, like, you know, I couldn't even, like, just, you know, I ain't gonna lie, this little situation right here, you know what I'm saying, it means so much to me, like, you know what I mean, like, I accomplished, you know what I'm saying, like, I turned my negative into a positive, because I had in my mind, it's nothing gonna stop me from getting to my goal, you know what I'm saying, and when I came home, like, I refuse to hustle, sell drugs anymore, like, it's just no way, you know what I'm saying, so now I have to do it with the money that I don't have the money I used to have, so now I'm just doing it with drive, hustle, building relationships based off people seeing what I'm doing, such as yourself, and you know what I mean, like, I don't care about no image, I don't care about all that goofy shit, you know what I'm saying, because all that shit got me nowhere in life, you know what I'm saying, so I ain't say nowhere because it was a lesson, so I don't care what nobody say about none of that shit, I'm gonna get it and I'm gonna do it my way, you know what I'm saying, I'm not bending, breaking, folding, converting, none of it, you know what I'm saying, and that's just how it is, you know what I'm saying, because I can't make history doing what somebody else is doing, like, I just can't do it, you know what I mean.
You also a funny ass dude, bro. That little that skit you got on your Instagram with your baby mom. That shit had me in tears, bro, for days, bro. Days.
Yeah, I caught her off guard with that one too. You know what I'm saying?
You could tell it was real life shit. She was like, "Don't be put my business out there." You know
what I'm saying? Like, it's funny because, you know, we done had ups and downs and stuff, but we know each other since we were teenagers. You know what I'm saying? And you know, a 9-year sentence. You know, you don't understand it then when you're young, but you have to be, you know what I mean, and understand the circumstances. So by the time I came home, she had 2 other kids, and like her daughters, my baby girls, you know what I'm saying, and we're cool. And we was like in a 7-Eleven one time, like, and the lady, we're like side by side, and we just joking with each other. And like the things we say, it was like, you know, I say something, goddamn, I went to prison and you left me, and she was like, well, you got 10 years, and we're going back and forth, and the lady at 7-Eleven looking laughing, she was like, y'all is crazy as hell, you know what I'm saying? Just, you know what I mean, we were cool and tight, you know what I mean, and you know, when you know each other that young, you know what I'm saying, like her first son is my son, you know what I mean, and we got our baby boy, you know what I'm saying, her daughters is my babies, you know what I'm saying, so that we cool and we tight as hell, you know what I'm saying, we're like best friends, so.
That's a beautiful thing, bro. That's a beautiful thing. It takes a real man to do shit like that, brother.
Yeah, man, you can't be like petty, like, it's 9 years, man, like, you know what I'm saying, like, be real with yourself, like, you know what I mean, like, exactly. You can sit here and be like, what the fuck are you gonna do, you know what I mean, like.
Yeah, definitely.
So, you know, it's hard to understand why you're going through it, but as you grow, you know what I mean, you have to grow up, you know what I'm saying, at some point, like you weren't done wrong, you know what I'm saying, you put yourself in prison, so, you know what I mean, like, so you took yourself away from her, she did, like, both of y'all fucked up, made mistakes, however the case, so, like, if you gonna sit here and be petty, like, you didn't do nothing, then you just, you know what I'm saying, you're a child, you know what I mean, so,
gotcha.
You know.
Gotcha. So, man, anytime you're ready, my brother. I know the world is waiting to hear that shit.
Yeah, we're going, man. I got a little something special for the first one.
You gonna throw some music on?
Yeah, most definitely. Hold up. Hold on, yeah, we good? We good? You hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right. You hear me? You hear me? What we doing?
Uh-oh.
You hear what we doing?
Here we go.
You know what we doing?
You gonna start dancing?
Yeah, man, we gonna go to this one time, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Huh? Yeah. That's my shit. I like this joint.
First of all, this beat is like a hip-hop classic. It's like a top
Let's
20.
roll, y'all.
Right. Don't criticize.
When you hear that beat, you know exactly
Used to play the block with his sack full of dubs. L's in the back when it's packed in the club. No cooperation, turn my back to the judge. Cool either way with the Mac and the snub. Loyalty a must cause I'm true to the game. Ball in my court, I ain't new to the game. Hoop with a range, need to slow down. Do speed balling, food with the cane. Never rode a bench, I was playing all American. Hotel parties, we banging in the Sheraton. Headed up top, made a stop out in Maryland. Allergic to the red peas, get these boys declared it. They ain't on my level, nothing they can do to match me. Acting like bitches steady hating from the backseat in the neck gangster. Do straight bitch though, all gassed up. Like they're pulling out a sick though, feeling so good. But your boy got a sick flow, no need developing them good from the get-go. Money to the head though, gone, gotta get more. White boy the heavyweight champion, let's go, going all out. You would think I'm most crazy shit. So wow, yeah, I may be sick. I may be though just a well-oiled machine. All greased down like an 80s split. Chicks hop on in when you slide back the roof, yo. Competition can't keep up with me too slow. 10 million sold on my ice baby shit. Bet sure won't hang me off a roof though. I'm doing something they ain't never seen done. Shit fuck form, but it make it seem fun. That's cause it is about to make the ring run. Hit the ground on my feet, about to make a mean run. Splash in the game, no cannonball. In the streets of this rap shit, I ran it all. Beat shit down your leg, throw hands with y'all. No games to be played, it's a man involved, motherfucker.
Yo, you just fucking destroyed it. Your first one, you destroyed. I'm fucking in shock because I thought you was playing at first with the beat. Yo, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I swear to God, I thought you was gonna go into some other shit. Yo,
It's for the culture, right?
destroyed it, bro. You fucking destroyed it. Anybody out there watching this, man, take notes, bro. You just made history, man. Please, please. First home confinement series segment, Body. Officially Body. White Boy 757. Please follow that man. Please support that man. His YouTube channel, everything he got going on. He's officially a new member of the Heat Market Radio, man. Yo, thank you, brother. Thank you. I'm blessed,
thank you.
man.
Thank you, man. Like, well, man, this is awesome, man. Like, I'm here by myself. You know, my dad, he out of town working. My son's gone, so you know what I mean. I'm just sitting here, like, soaking it up, and it's, you know what I mean. Like, this is like one of the best feelings that I had in a long time. You know what I mean? Like, real talk, like.
You're gonna have plenty more, brother.
We have plenty more, man. Tell the people your social media, where they can find you, where they can follow you, where they can subscribe, all that good stuff.
We got YouTube, White Boy 757. It's with an I. It's all one word, no spaces. White Boy 757. Facebook is Robert Adams because they like made me change it to my real name, but it's White Boys in parentheses afterwards.
Man, y'all don't get it, do you?
White Boy 757. Twitter, White Boy_VA. And I think that's about it right there. That's all of them. But I said, oh yeah, White Boy Unbreakable. That my last project. You can stream it on Spotify, Tidal, YouTube, not YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, Spotify, Amazon. It's like on a whole bunch of them. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't even name them all. But anything you can stream them, buy it. It's online.
Dope.
White Boy Unbreakable.
Dope.
I mean, it's a
We're
crazy.
gonna start playing that video too, man. We're gonna start playing those videos, bro.
Yes, sir.
Don't worry about that. We got
Like,
you.
the latest video I just dropped, man, for a song called "See What I See," is probably that's my favorite song that I've ever done. You know what I'm saying? You know, you've seen it. I just put on YouTube a couple days ago.
Yeah, definitely.
And I started, like I said, I edited it myself. You know what I'm saying? I learned how to do it, and you know, it's just real. I wasn't even rapping with it. It was more. I made it more. Try to make it cinematic as best I could. And I did everything with the iPhone.
It's dope, my
edit
brother.
everything, so
It's dope. It's dope.
you know what I mean? I would love for everybody to see that. You know what I mean?
Don't worry about it, man. That's coming. That's coming. But yo, we gotta go, man. But yo, we appreciate you, my brother. We really do. Stay focused, man. Stay focused 100%. You know you got my number anytime. You know what I mean? We talk, bro.
Absolutely, man. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. All right, fella. Gio, thank you, bro.
Salute, brother. Salute, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Shout out to Cruz for playing a whole bunch of Virginia instrumentals in the background.
I didn't even notice that.
That was dope. That was dope, man. We
It was.
appreciate White Boy.
Definitely, man.
The
Got chills
Confinement
off of that,
series.
bro.
Yeah,
Got
that was
chills
hard,
off of
man.
that. That was incredible, man. Incredible.
Heat Market Season 2, man. We have our producer of the day. We're going to bring him in. This
Yes.
guy's from the Boogie Down Bronx. We had one of his collaborators as a guest in Season 1.
Oh, yeah.
When
Yeah.
I'm still stuck on that.
He's still stuck on the Ice Ice
Yeah,
Baby
shout out to
freestyle.
Mala Reigns.
Shout out to Mala
came
Rain.
and
She was part of Season 1.
destroyed the show, too.
Yeah, she killed it, man. Shout out to producer Hitman. She kills over his beats. So it was only right that we brought this guy in, be the first guest of Season 2. Everybody, please give a warm round of applause for J30, man.
Yes,
J30.
sir.
music.
J30. I like that little pause.
What up? Let's just make sure the mic.
Oh, shit. So,
So you got a white shirt underneath?
Huh?
You got like a white tee underneath?
You camouflaging on screen. Look.
Yeah, look.
Oh man,
You just a floating head.
almost, yeah, if you don't mind.
If
shit,
you don't
I
mind, fuck it.
I'm official, man.
That's what's up. Just the head floating.
J30 with the 1 of 1 Heat Market Radio jersey.
Definitely.
So J30, man, we mentioned how we had Mala on the first season. It's only right that we brought you here for this one, man. Talk to people, let them know, who you are, where you from, all that good stuff, man.
I mean, I'm straight from the Bronx. Like, I'm the basement kid for real. Like, I come from the time where we was in the basement over Radio Raheem days. You know what I'm saying? I started them days like really cooking up this music. I'm an artist as well, so like me becoming a producer, that's what really like formatted my artistry. You know what I'm saying? Because I came up around a lot of dope producers, around a lot of dope artists. But I was always the guy that never wanted to wait for people and keep waiting. So that's what made me become a producer and start making my own music around my sound. And I think that's important today, to start learning the right music, to form your sound, as an artist, not just picking beats, not just, throwing music, any old type of beat and vocals to any track.
Yeah.
I think it's very important to create a sound. So coming from the Bronx, that's what I did, from beginning to now. I got family in the business that really like just helped me and molded me. Like my mom's was a singer coming up, my brother was a rapper, my cousins was down with Bounce Squad, doo-wop days. So I've been in this for a while, so just grasping everything from there and soaking it all up.
What what area? What era you come from? Like as far as
I mean, I'm an 80s baby, you know what I'm saying?
Okay,
so,
okay.
like, I was born in the 80s, you know what I'm saying? Late 80s. So, I like, hip-hop then to now is a tremendous change.
Oh, hell
so,
yeah. Hell yeah.
From the hardware to the software to, the sound of music today.
Definitely.
It's a lot. The game could be talked about in a book, you know what I'm saying? That's why people's writing, you know what I'm
Who's
saying?
some of the earliest producers you can remember? Like as far as was banging back in them days. I'm from the 70s, and I seen it from the beginning, so I just want to get your perspective.
I mean,
the first most memorable producer that you heard the beat, like, oh shit.
Damn, what's these dudes' name? It's these older dudes.
Beat Nuts?
Nah, Tone and
Oh, okay, Tony Pope.
Yeah,
Tone and Pope.
They real like R&B dudes too. They did a lot of Tank records.
Yeah.
So I'm like a real R&B dude too.
Okay.
So that's another thing besides just the hip hop stuff. So when I get into my R&B stuff, I really go back with the producers as far as that. Let's see. I mean, I'm a Timbo fan. Rock Wilder. I like all the old school guys. You know what I'm saying? But there's a lot of producers out here. So
You remember Trackmasters?
Yeah, Trackmasters, the homies.
Yeah.
They was definitely powerful doing all the R. Kelly stuff, early R. Kelly projects. So I mean, I could go on for days, really, like as far as producers, but I don't have like a certain one that I really like love. Timbo is like my ultimate favorite because it changed the sound.
Did he inspire you? Like which ones?
Nah, Timbo definitely inspired me because it wasn't like about hip hop music. It was just about different sounds and how to make your own sounds too, and dealing with different artists, R&B, pop, rap. So I'm not like just one of those producers that make one sound and want to work with rappers. So you have to have a changed sound.
Yeah, of course.
So starting off as an artist and transitioning as a producer, do you feel like your artistry needs to catch up to your production, or your production needs to catch up to your artistry? Like, do you find yourself like really excelling in one over the other and feel like you kind of have to keep them neck and neck, or you just?
Nah, I mean, because I think it's a creative process when you're working in the studio, especially with me. When I make my beats, I'm creating a record at the same time. So I think it just depends on what sound you're making at the moment. If I'm making an R&B record, then I'm gonna, you know, attack that sound. I don't think it should change your thought process as far as writing a record. If the beat is not that hot, if it's not moving you, then that's what changes the process. So yeah, I think that's what it is for me as far as a producer, writer, creating something.
And what's you know, because I'm usually the tech guy, right?
Yeah, that's why I'm letting you go.
What's these days? What are your weapons of choice? Do you kind of do a hybrid of software and hardware? Do you go to one or the other? Does it matter on the mood, or
I mean,
like what's in your arsenal right now?
Right now I'm working off a Logic. That's what I'm using now. I've used the Fruity Loops. I like Fruity Loops. It took me a while to get used to it and to really like, cause I come from the MPC days, the trying the motifs. But then as I got older, I was like, dang, I wish we had this before, because we spent a lot of money on those things, and now you just got all your racks just in DSTs and plugins. So it was definitely a major change. I like the software now because it's easy to move around with as well.
Okay. You know where I'm gonna go with this. So, hardware. I used to produce back in the days. I'm not gonna credit nothing because I ain't do shit. You know what I mean? On no major level. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, definitely. But
The champ.
you miss banging keys, man? As far as like hitting the pads, or is it like just so easy now? It's like fuck it, man.
Yeah, like, you know, it was just a different feel on the MPC, you know, than it is now. But I still trigger it and use it the same way. So a lot of times I see a lot of producers, which is nothing wrong with it, because I see producers that's really nice with it, where they're clicking and putting the beats together. But for me, I don't get the vibe and the feeling, you know what I'm saying, when I'm making the beat.
Thank you, sir.
It is a little different, but you can still use the keyboard the same way. You know?
Because I seen you banging out one of your videos. That's why I saw you. And
definitely.
that whatever beat that was, that shit was incredible. I'm gonna let you know ahead of time. Like I was like, hope he brings that shit to the show this day. I don't know if he was cooking it for this show, but shit was incredible.
Cooking every day, whatever just comes out. You know what I'm saying?
So if
I've been getting back on my sample game, so that's what happened.
I noticed. I know. That's what I heard. That's what I was like, oh shit, he's coming with the heat. He's coming with the heat.
So producer, yes. I'm stealing Mr. Shade's question again. If you could choose any producer in New York to battle against, right now, who would you choose? Call out.
Yo, to be honest with you, I say A-Rad. And the only reason why I say that, not to say like I'm trying to like really beat him or anything like that, I just think he'll give me a lot of like inspiration, like, because he's definitely killing it on the pads. Like,
yeah, he is.
It's different. Like, I wish I stayed on the MP, because I would probably be like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just giving him the big up.
Shout out Rhode Island.
Real talk. I can't hate, like, because now it's just really different the way you use the MP.
I seen him the other day. I don't know if it was on his live or some shit. He was fucking destroying me. I was like, yo, I don't know how a human could do shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, even back in the days, I wasn't.
Finger drumming is dope.
No, I'm used to it already.
No, but you know what it is? It's a skill. It really is a skill.
Yeah, it is.
To remember, like, I remember being on the pads, it's a skill. And now the way they doing it, I don't even think I probably burned too much to probably remember, where all my pads is on each joint. Because now they're remembering each sample.
They map it out now.
Yeah, he mapped it out.
But you still do though, right?
I still use the MP and I like, different, the MPDs just like that. But
so you know what? You gotta come back, man. You gotta come back and bang out live.
Definitely. I actually starting something. It's called Beats on the Spot, where I'm gonna be doing live in my recording studio. When I'm gonna have a beat day, like I'm gonna have producers come through and we just bang out live, like
I seen that.
For the people.
You had somebody there, right? You was working with somebody.
Yeah, well, I'm always working in my lab, but that's what gave me the idea to really say, because you know what it is. I think everything is about really networking and vibing with people. You know what I'm saying? I was just talking to fam outside, and it was just like, yo, we really have to like network and appreciate the people that we rubbing elbows with. You never know who knows who.
Yeah, of course.
So I think it's very important.
That's basically what we trying to do now, like organize a nice beat. You know what I mean? A producer showcase type
guys
shit.
are doing it, like, and I think it's dope. Like I was just talking to Buck Wild earlier today. I stopped at the BX Sports. They have an event earlier up
Shout
there.
out the NTC.
And we was vibing and we was talking about it, and it was just like, it was dope because we had a dope conversation, and we were saying how you just don't know who knows who, and you have to just really, like, as an artist and as a producer, you have to find yourself. And until you find yourself, that's when you're gonna get your real fans. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody can really share and have the same story. But until you really find yourself as an artist and really give out your story, that's when they're gonna really connect with you. You know what I'm saying? So you could be in the studio making beats all day, making songs all day, but how do you get people to buy into your product?
Yeah.
That's what's important. So, you know.
Which brings me to my next question, because like we spoke about hardware and software. There were, we saw like a like a change when it came to just producing. Now we have just an abundance of technology and resources. Whereas before, which is the whole point of the show, we're trying to bring together artists and producers together. Before that was a common thing. Like you met a producer. Now it's a little different. How do you, as a producer, find new artists? How do you work with artists as a producer now, knowing that artists don't even want to see us? They just rather just email it and then.
I mean, it's that simple. I think if they really want your production or want you, because it's easy now to be on Instagram to promote yourself, but you can only go so far. You know what I'm saying? If you only have 2,500 followers, then you can only keep reaching out to the same 2,500 people. So I come from the days of where it was really about footwork. I used to do promotions for Universal, for Kedar. I did all the Cannabis, Lost Boys, all of their projects. Like, so it's really about back to footwork. Like, it might come back to hardware, us going back out to the streets. Like, I started a company 10 years ago called Beats for Sale 911. Me and my brother was out in the streets before they had the apps and all that. I was in the street with my beat CDs. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was in Harlem. I was known for the beat king, like, you know what I'm saying? So I had all my original beats. Because I know, like, how it is now. Everybody's going to use the YouTube beats, or you went to the stores and got the instrumentals, the J-Arms joint, and everybody's rapping over the same beats, though. So that's where I got tired of hearing that same sound. So how do you get your beats out there? I made a platform for myself, and I made a BCD, not only for myself, but for producers around the country. So we had, like, not only myself, but down to my man, I got produced from my man Marvino that's doing this thing right now. Shout out to Marvino Beats. He had that Max B Baby record. We have records with Red Cafe. We had records with all of these mixtapes. You know what I'm saying? So that was a good tool for me to get my beats out there. So now it's all about internet. Instagram works, the sound clip things work, but you limit yourself because now everybody's in the house still have those same beats. So you gotta keep making beats. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's more about networking with people face to face. You know what I'm saying? Giving out beats, emailing beats is cool, but then you start emailing 50 beats to people and it's still not the right one. You know what I'm saying? So I think personal, invitations is always the best thing.
That was gonna be one of my questions. Like, for the artists out, because I got somebody right now asking, artists out there right now that's looking at you and listening to you, everything you're saying. What's the best way that they'll be able to come at you? You know what I'm saying? And not come off, you know what I mean? Like crazy. You know what I mean? So just to network with you.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Money talks. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. Like, I mean, it's easy to get free beats, but I feel like as an artist today, you have to have like something to work with. Like, it's not just about the followers, but me, I want to see hunger. I want to really see what you're gonna do with the record. Is you really trying to like do something with it, or you just gonna record a record in the session and just gonna sit on, you know what I'm saying, in the computer? That's a waste of time. That's a waste of money. It's a waste of just everything. So I think for artists today, if you're really serious and you're trying to get free beats, go to the studios, go to these events, politic. They'll give you the free beat. It takes 5 minutes to really make a beat. You know what I'm saying? For me, anyway. So why I'm not gonna want to give an artist a beat? That's only getting you out there more. But as far as like the leasing thing and leasing beats is cool. That's only if you're really doing something with a project and you believe in yourself.
And you willing to, like, all right, let's just say you run across a dope artist. He comes, you know what I mean, contacts you. He needs direction. He needs production. Would you feel like you would take on that responsibility, like producing him, like have him a solo project for you?
Yeah, I mean, I have a label. Me and Mala, like, we run a label. So at the end of the day, we're always looking for artists. But me running a recording studio, I do that now anyway because I feel like it's important to talk to the babies, talk to the young ones. Like, they just coming in the studio and they just looking and sounding crazy. Yo, let me get this YouTube beat, facts, gang. All right, but what does that mean? You know what I'm saying? There's no substance to what you just did right now. Like, so at the end of the day, like when I talk to them, it's not for money. It's just like I really just try to drop jewels on them. Like I don't want to take their money for the studio time and just, you know what I'm saying, they leave and that's it. So I really try to bond with them. And now what I do too, every Tuesdays at my studio, SVNG studio on Instagram, every Tuesdays I'm giving away free beats. So what you do is you book your studio time, and at the end of the session you get a free beat. But the key to that is you gotta come back to my studio and record it.
Dope.
You know what I'm saying? And if you want to go to another cool studio, fine, but you gotta pay for the beat. You know what I'm saying? It only works. That's how you get your free beat. Definitely. And that's how you network. You know what I'm saying? So it's different ways of doing it. You just gotta find the right way of whatever you're trying to do.
Definitely.
How you feel about the new artists like Yachty and
Bodak and shit.
Bodak Black and
I mean, yo,
how they changing the game? Do you think they're making a good turn or a bad turn in the hip hop industry?
It's the times though. You know what I mean? You got kids. The kids is taking over Instagram, so you can't really be mad at what they dropping right now. This kid is doing Target commercials. I wish I was doing Target commercials. So at the end of the day, if they got 360 deals and they getting, you know what I'm saying, on the back end, whatever. But just know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Know what kind of deal you getting. Know what kind of situation. If he knows what kind of situation he put himself in, cool. But he's winning right now. If he's winning for the short end, cool. But if he's in it for the long term, you know, that's what it's really all about.
I know they put him on blast. He don't know what he's doing.
Nah, but you know, he's happy though. He's happy.
Yeah, he is.
Me personally, I come from the boom bap days, so I really want to see cats really doing the real hip hop, real New York music. You know, if you're from New York. But other than that, you know, the down south music is down south music. I think the radio, it's not about keep it over there. We should be able to play all kind of music, but we need to just get back to the solid ground. You know, hip hop. You know, the genre of music that we come from. Let's not start changing it up and playing too much down south music, and then, but over there they don't play enough New York music or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, too, the DJs are becoming artists too. So they have to respect the artists too. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it really is. It's just everybody has to respect everybody.
I think though too, like, you know, now with, for instance, platforms like this, you understand? I think all artists, not just underground artists. You know what I'm saying? We need major artists to fucking start taking notice to these platforms.
Not to cut you off, but there's no such thing as underground artists. You
know I know.
That's what's so crazy about the game. Either you're winning or you're frustrated. You know what I'm saying? And it's the frustrated ones that are the talented ones. Sorry to say it like that, but it be the ones that win that don't even really care sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So it just depends on your position on what you really want to do and how you market yourself.
I think that goes into the whole hard work versus talent thing, because, you know, I mean, like, you own the studio, I own the studio. It's usually the guys with, you know, the least appealing records that are just going to pay for everything on the spot. And they be the ones that got talent that be like, oh, I don't really got the bread. That you be like, damn, I want to help you out, but you're not trying to give me nothing. Wow, this guy is saying trap, but this nigga's booking 3 sessions a week. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I don't know, it's just like a big conversation. And it's kind of dope that you're an artist as a producer. We might even have our season 2 version of 2 producers freestyling on the beat. That'd be dope. Now, as an artist, do you have any like music out there or like?
I mean, I've been dropping like we have a distribution deal with Chris Gotti on that venture. So I mean, I've been working with these guys for years. So I was a producer up at Murder Inc. So I've been up there for 8 years. I got records with Ja Rule. I got a record for Fuck 'Em All. I produced for all those guys. I got records with Noriega, Wale. Got a joint called Ghetto with them that came out a few years ago that did well. I just been grinding, so you know, it's a lot of records right now that I'm getting ready to drop. I'm dropping an album called Vision of Music in September. I sing as well, so I'm dropping an R&B album this year, and I'm dropping a rap album this year. So.
What was that joint you did the video for in PR?
Oh, that joint was called Never Told Me.
Okay.
We shot that last year in San Juan. We went out there, did some things out there.
That shit was dope.
That's fine, man. Shay, what do you think? You think we should bring Lordchild and get this discussion in? So, Rec.
Definitely about that time.
Shout out to DJ Rec. I just want to make sure we salute DJ Rec before we kick his ass off the chair. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to DJ Rec. DJ Naughty in the background. We showing you love too, baby. We appreciate you. Yonkers own DJ Naughty at that. Make sure you follow him.
3 questions.
Yonkers DJ Naughty 23, right?
Correct. We're here.
There you go. No, you good. Good. You stay there, I guess, and then I don't know. You want them to sit in the middle? Yeah, let's fucking do it. We're gonna be right back with J30, Lordchild Music, the Heat Market Radio Freestyle. We just trying to get everything set up, man.
The one right before that one.
And we're back, guys.
We
Heat
all
Market
back.
Radio. Shay Diggs, Jill the Rican. DJ Naughty, DJ Rep. J30 and Lordchild is here. Hey, man.
Yes, indeed.
Usually we have just a
That
quick,
invisible shit is
yeah, that shit's crazy. Floating 30 right there. Floating Floating J30, that's amazing.
Flowing.
And that's how hot his beats are. He just embodies heat. That's just fucking dope.
We're gonna jump right into this.
Yeah, we're gonna jump right into
freestyle.
it.
We ain't got too much time.
Let's get it. Jada Reek and Shay Diggs, J30 on the beats, Lordchild on the bars, man. Let's get right into it. DJ Naughty, let's get it popping.
Yeah, Lordchild representative. Yeah, That's why I say, yo, fuck giving out loans. Yeah, you know that's how the Sharks play. Brooklyn around my waist, you can call it Bell Parkway. Sell out at arenas, you can catch me at the Barclays. Fuck MP3, my CDs in a hard case. The old school method man, no Wu-Tang. Nowadays you gotta hustle just to move things. Mixtapes by the bundles, fuck the loose change. Out here moving, working weight so I can make a new name. I guess you catch my drift, cause I ain't talking coke when you sell it by the zip. I'm talking about that music when you out there getting rich. When the product is the product, cause your cell becomes a bitch, yeah. I'm trying to steal the show like Ye to Taylor Swift, or sell some bummy clothes with hoes 1,000 off the rip. What's the deal to a label if you ain't learning shit just to throw it on the table? Cause it's time to take the risk. I used to be that kid wearing Levi jeans, smell fresh off that Givenchy. H&M selections was all I need. Was a Boston yay high, money can never fucking fly by me. Soho to check my bros at Uniqlo. See, I was at my prime getting hella dough. Fuck the 9 to 5 when the grind is all I know. It's really hard in these streets, so I learned just to take the road. See, I woke up one day like I don't know what got into me. My dreams becoming true, like I can see this shit vividly. So picture when I'm painting this history in the making. This eggs mixed with the bacon, I cook it up both ways. That's something I've been relating. The slum has been in my lungs. I took a breath of some patience. You only get one shot. Like M said, now he's famous on an 8-mile road to success. I've been embracing. Yo, I said 2 hands on the Glock is when I'm clocking at you. Cause every second I pull my weapon, stay on top of you dudes. Family's been #1, but now they fighting the feud. I pull your car like Steve Harvey, now they acting confused. I set it off on the green like Revis, make me a millionaire. Cause my life's always been live like Regis. Rock out like Montclair's in the X, I'm speeding. Puerto Rican, but I'm living like American dreaming. So you could laugh at all this pain because they hating on me now. The only time they getting milk, they getting used like they some cows. I don't work a 9 to 5, I'm more like a fighter. I've been banking checks like I was Jordan sporting Nike at his prime, yeah. It's about that time I make a name out here. With the music like it's dope to hit some veins out here. Cause music's been influenced, infused in my blood. So from above, we gon' get some change round here. 22290, world creation to the game, but was never shiesty. And y'all go all talk y'all shit cause y'all never liked me. Lordchild of Pisces takes a real fish to know the risk, that's very unlikely. Mama always taught me that the trade was to behave. I'm shooting, cutting through these cards without ripping a spade. Blood, sweat pouring down my face, just leaving me dazed. Cause I photosynthesizing through the flowers in my grave. Boring the best, but I died in the struggle. A rebel, clinging life to its own shovel. Digging in rage to find my way through my troubles at my level. I'm steady pace with the face of the double. I give 'em the corn being popped through the kettle. Fire so hot that the rocks turn to pebbles. I check my watch cause the clock turned to pedal. Never this forward cause my rhyme's sentimental.
Sick.
Yes, sir.
Sick.
Appreciate that, man. For real.
The whole beat.
You guys want to shout out your Instagrams or any social medias?
Yeah. For those who are looking for production, studio time, my joint is J30 Music on Instagram. That's J30 Music, regular spell. Or check out the label page, Scholar VMG. That's Scholar, regular spell, VMG on Instagram. Also check out the studio page, SVMG Studio. Also check out the video page, SVMG Pictures. Also shoot videos, so hit me up.
Lordchild?
Yeah, if you guys haven't heard, but you guys can check me out on officiallordchild.com. That's official LORDCHILD.com, where you can find all my exclusive contents, even my new releases that I just put up to date. If you guys are also looking for studio time too, I'm also an engineer on the side, so I'm located in East Williamsburg, Brooklyn. Sure. That's Powerhouse Studios on Instagram. That's Powerhouse Studios with the Z on Instagram. So don't be afraid. Feel free, hit me up, and we'll definitely lock in. Love you all.
Dope.
And also thank you to you guys for, letting us come through and rock out. That's the word.
Much love, yes, for sure, man.
DJ Naughty, you want to shout out your Instagram and everything else again?
Yeah, you can follow me at Yonkers DJ Naughty 23. I'm saying MySpace. Everything Yonkers DJ Naughty 23. You can find me.
DJ
Shit.
DJ Rec, you want to?
No, stay over there. Don't make your way over here, man. Where you going?
Right here.
Where you going?
DJ Rec, Rec the Great at Instagram. DJ Rec at Twitter.
With a 3.
Yep, with a 3.
You still got Twitter?
Yes, I do.
Fuck, gotta give DJ Rec the
God, it's
social
not
media,
MySpace.
the social media class soon
I
enough.
would have said what's going on.
Any hair care products want to sponsor DJ Rec, please.
Yeah.
Please make sure you. Yeah,
Curls are a little bit nasty.
gotta fuck with that can too, brother.
That's right.
Cause my curls looking fleek on this shit.
That's the S curls right there.
Yeah, Mr.
S
Esco, man.
curls.
Follow me at Gio Rican, hashtag Engineer Etiquette. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Gio Rican. Follow us on the gram, the Heat Market Radio. Shay Diggs, talk to the people. Oh, wait, because I always do the shout out to my wife, Kim, my kids, Penelope, and Josiah. I love you guys, man. Whip up.
And I am Shay Diggs. Follow me at Shay Diggs 167. Follow the Heat Market at the Heat Market Radio. Go to theheatmarket.com for all past episodes
Season
and
1.
everything in the Heat Market. Shout out to my son, my wife, and my mom. My mom coming home.
Let's do it, man. Until next Sunday, man. In the mix, crew. We appreciate you. Episode 1's in the books, man. Catch us next Sunday, 4 to 6, the Heat Market Radio.
And we gone.
Oh no, as soon as he pulls it out, it takes it.